The Igbira women have chosen that whatsoever they have set their minds to this time around, that is what they will do. And upon that note, the Igbira women have stormed the palace once again. And this time around, they have come and they are saying that they would not go empty handed. Remember the last time the Igbira women stormed the palace? Who stopped them? It was the Ile-Ife women. The Ile-Ife woman made mention of something that was very, very crucial. If you are not even a traditional person, but if you are someone who lives in Nigeria and how Nigeria uphold tradition and how we look at every single thing to be orderly done, the women of Ile-Ife were right trying to withhold the shame that would befall if the Igbira woman takes Mariam with them. They were trying to make sure that that never happened, and that was what they achieved. But subsequently, the Igbira woman feels Mariam staying in the palace every single day, it's beginning to be a sort of insult to them. Every single day that Mariam stays in the palace, a new case comes up, a fresh case surfaces, and as long as she remains in the palace, then that is how all of these cases, all of these problems, all of this wahala will keep on coming day after day. So for all of these things to stop, the best thing is for Mariam to leave the palace. Now Mariam is one person who would not want to leave the palace. Mariam just wants to be there and bear the name of I am the king's wife. We have said this over and over again. There are some people who are in the palace today, they don't have worries. All they are concerned is with, let me just be there to be called the king's wife. Yeah, so every single thing they do it thinking they will remain valid in the palace. And those are the things that Mariam is doing. But in the midst of these things, if you are not careful, jealousy will come in. And in the midst of this jealousy, that is where you will begin portraying things that you should not have portrayed. And that is what Mariam is practically doing right now. That is what Mariam is doing right now. And as it stands, the Igbira women are not finding this funny. If anybody is finding this funny, maybe it's the Ile-Ife women who have stopped them over time from taking Mariam with them. But for them, they are not finding this funny. They're not finding it funny because people prosper with good name. People don't get tarnished because I gave out my daughter in marriage to this particular people, and then every single day we hear how she's causing problem, we hear how she's doing this, she's doing that. And of course it is a great thing, it is a thing to celebrate, it's a thing to jubilate, it's a thing to do this. No, nobody prospers like that. Everybody wants that day, everybody wants that particular day, everybody wants that moment where they will say that your daughter has made us proud, your daughter has done this and we are so proud of ourselves, your daughter did this. And it is so interesting, it is very nice. That is what everybody looks forward to. Not those moments where they will now start saying that your daughter did this, we don't want her. And that is just what Mariam has been causing her people over time. So the Igbira woman feels that if they take Mariam back home with them, it will solve a lot of things. It will solve a lot and a lot of things if they can take Mariam with them. And remember, the last time they came single-handedly, the Ile-Ife woman told them that go back. It is not right that you come drag this lady out of her husband's house. Someday she will say that I was trying so hard to live in my husband's house, but you people came and you said that I should go, I should follow you and go. And now what? I'm not married and you are complaining all of those things. You know how we Africans will behave. Tomorrow they will say that what's Mariam doing at home? Why is she not married? Why is she not in her husband's house? And then all of these things will begin like, I was in my husband's house, you people went there to pull me out. And it will become something that she will now be at right. So the Ile-Ife women were looking at conditions where these women will take Mariam with them, but they should take her on right conditions. It should not be a situation whereby they're taking Mariam and Mariam is using that against them. But right now, no, the Igbira women left, but they are back with the elders. They are back with the elders. And this time around, they have come and they said they must go with Mariam. When they married her off to the Ooni of Ife, they married her with so much joy. It was so much joy and enthusiasm that they married her off. They gave her and they told her, go and multiply. They told her, go and live a peaceful home life. Go and be the happiest woman you can ever be on earth. But it has all turned upside down. Nothing they told her to go to her husband's house and do is what she is doing. She's doing the opposite of it, and they are not finding it likely with her as it stands. So they have come to take her back home with them. My people, oh, the last time we heard the women of Igbira people, when the women of Ile-Ife spoke to them, they went back and they never bothered to come back. The last time when the Ooni told them that, see, if I am to return this woman, allow me to do it myself. Let it not be like you people are the ones coming here to take her with you. It doesn't seem so right. It doesn't seem right. So allow me return her if I don't find her relevant again. And now this time around, these women are back again. And on coming back, it seems like it is a joke. But they still went and came back after the women of Ile-Ife had spoken to them. After the women of Ile-Ife had spoken to them. My people, this one no be small thing again. Yes, this one, it has. So right now, it can't remain how Mariam go take survive this very phase where she don't enter like so. Because seriously, these women are really set to take Mariam back home with them. Yes, they are set to take her back with them. And no matter what she does, I am not sure Mariam would escape any single thing. I am not sure she would escape this time around. Because this time around, the Igbira women have returned with the elders, and they are set to take her back home. Yes, they are set to take her back home. And what we always say is that these women, they act without thinking. They do a lot of things without considering what will come afterward. And in the midst of these things, they keep ruining things for themselves. They keep making every single thing seem so bad for themselves. And here we are today. How can you imagine your whole elders and the women in your community have stormed your husband's house to take you back because you caused them too much shame? It is not something that it should be heard. And in fact, it's not something that should be heard from someone who is a king's wife. But here we are today. We are hearing it, and it is happening live because a woman chose to live a reckless life in her husband's house, and her people are not finding it funny. Neither are they finding it something that they can adapt or something they can overlook over time. And this is so bad. This is not something that should be heard.